So I think I told you a while ago about this show that I did that was like, I was the frontman for a band, and I was playing this one show in this town in Jersey, and we had like 300 people there, and it was so awesome. And I was really young. I was like 20 at the time, and we had recorded it, but I had never gotten a chance to hear that recording. It was like gone forever. I'd given up hope. One of the dudes in the band, Brian, he messaged me a few years ago, and he was like, "Hey, dude, do you have those recordings?" And I'm like, "Nah, I wish I did." And we like caught up a little bit, and then he disappeared. I got a message from him this morning that's like in all caps, "Emails, please."
How old are these recordings?
2003. So it was like, you know, what was music back then? So it was like post-punk rock, you know, like
Early electronic.
Well, yeah, it was like that, but
early,
it was like more, it was like post like emo thrash metal stuff was floating around. They had like a sound which was like being thrust into that environment. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this for you guys. So I was listening to the practice, and I'm like, oh man, this is cringy. And you know, it's always weird when you listen to yourself. I was 20, you know, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's, at this point,
17 years,
yeah. So 17, yeah. But it was like they were doing like a math prog rock kind of thing. There's Brian, Bobby, the two of those guys were guitarists, and then there was Matt, and one of those Matts was the drummer, and the other Matt was bassist, and he did some kind of like angry poetry vocals at some point, which was a little weird, but like, you know, hey, you guys do you. I'll like, you know, I'll do other things. I'm glad to not have embarrassed myself completely, because I'm like, oh, 15 years ago, it's like, all right, let's see what this is like, you know. Yeah. And I had heard the recording like got corrupted, or it got recorded fucked up by the sound booth guy, you know. But so far, I mean, it's like the mixing is low, but you know, I could hear everything clearly. I'm like, I could hear my fucking ex-girlfriend and my at the time ex-girlfriend like cheering in the audience because they were hanging out together. It was the Brazilian, Japanese girl, and then who was like the first girl I was like dating, quote unquote, my first love. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of memories.
It's a blast from the past.
And I can see it all clearly because I was on stage at the time. I think I was wearing leather pants. I might have been wearing leather pants.
Of course you were.
And I was wearing a black and white striped long sleeve T-shirt with thumb holes in it. Nobody did fucking thumb holes back then.
No.
I did them.
Every once in a while you'd see it, but. Yeah, that's how I feel about most of my high school experience. I would not want to,
like, actually look
or
back.
you know, my early 20s. Yeah, like if somebody came up with an old DJ mix, I'd probably, or like we played in bars and when I was in a band, you know, before I started DJing. And I'm sure there's some video out there that exists of me on stage with this band rocking out some shitty bar in New Jersey. Yeah, awesome. I played in 2 different bands. But
yeah, one of the bands I was in played.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's cool.
The Jaywalkers. I used to sing a cover for them that was the Four Non Blondes. What's Going On? And we did a punk cover of it.
No. I have the strongest hatred for that song, and
yeah.
I do.
It's so easy to play. It's
Alyssa
like
started playing it around the house, and I was like,
oh yeah.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm exercising my husbandly veto.
Yeah, like there's a line.
We all get one a month, one a year, whatever it is. I'm
I
using
think
mine
part
now.
of it was that she does it to me all the time.
Oh,
and
right.
even to this day,
she's like, nope. Yeah.
Song will come on the iPad, and she's boop.
Yeah, so much more critical.
She doesn't even ask. She just.
Doesn't that hurt a little in your soul?
Well, I've grown.
You've grown. Yeah, I know. You grow to like tolerate it or like be okay with it.
My heart's calloused at this point, so.
Correct.
Poor me.
That little boy inside your heart needs a hug.
Yeah. The big boy does too.
But then, of course, African swallows are non-migratory.